subscribe, and ring the bell to never miss an update.
Hello everyone, welcome to Marburger Farm. This is a top destination in the Round Top area during Antiques Week. It is a favorite of designers, celebrities, and antique lovers. It started in 1997 with one tent, and today it has become one of the favorites. People wait in line that first day and they find lots of unique items. We're going to have a preview with several vendors and look at estate jewelry, sterling silver, and one of our favorite Houston antique shops. Join me.
Welcome to Marburger Farm. There are more than 300 dealers from across the world who showcase their wares at the fall and spring shows. And of course, lots of well-known people like to complete their home decor and find the unusual items. And the show is usually from about a Tuesday to Saturday, just a short run, and you can also purchase tickets online. There's some great finds. And some things you will later see in magazines. Interior designers, definitely shop this show. And it's all about Texas.
Our first stop is Marilyn Angel. She is an estate sale dealer from Ohio, and she's got some amazing pieces. We will talk about the Victorian and Edwardian eras along with Art Deco and how you too should shop estate jewelry. We are going to take a look at some amazing estate jewelry. And if you're wondering what is estate jewelry, it is something that is pre-owned and waiting for you to give it new life and purpose. You can find estate jewelry at an estate sale, antique shop with an estate jewelry dealer, or if you're lucky enough, a family heirloom. Let's take a look at some of these fabulous pieces.
These vintage bangles are a great way to accessorize your outfit, and it certainly adds interest and has a bit of history.
These bracelets are even more intricate with the addition of amethysts. This would be a wonderful way to showcase this style with your wardrobe.
These bracelets are lightweight and easy to wear and stack. This might be my next addition to my jewelry collection. And you could even have a name hand engraved.
We find a lot of gold-filled bracelets from the Victorian era, and that's when ladies were starting to wear a little bit shorter sleeves at the end of that time period. These are well priced at about $245, very popular for stacking.
We'll also talk about some different eras with estate jewelry represented here and how they differ from one another. I love those gemstones. And lockets. Many of these are gold filled. And of course, what do you put inside of a locket? Usually a photograph or two. And this looks like a love story. If these photos could talk, I'm sure it was lovingly worn. And this is a unique upcycle.
Another way to enjoy estate jewelry is to upcycle it, give it new purpose. This is a watch fob, and not many of us carry pocket watches anymore. This can be made into a pendant or perhaps even a bracelet. That would be something fun to embrace. This one is from the Art Nouveau era. It's gold filled and at $125, that's definitely affordable. And they've got some other great choices here, some for $50. This watch fob is a great example of the Edwardian era jewelry style. This is 14 karat and platinum. It is an exquisite piece, And King Edward reigned from 1901 to 1915, and this was definitely a very popular style.
There are many unique items here, and it's hard to just showcase several because they all have a story and make a statement. And the Texas women are partial to this style of earring, and I'll tell you more about it. They love the dangles, especially when you have something antique about it. And I love that it's coming back.
Earrings that are on trend again with this Victorian style, anything from coral to cameo. These are quite popular even amongst the 30-year-olds. They are experiencing a resurgence. It's nice to see something coming back from the Victorian era.
More colorful gemstones. And something a bit unusual. This is mourning jewelry. It's often representing a deceased loved one and a tribute. It could even have an inscription, a photo, even a lock of hair. The beautiful seed pearls. Let's turn this one over. I think we're going to find a surprise. And it has a baby's photo. It's gold filled. It's priced at $275, and that is a true antique. And this pendant looks like it belongs with a royal family. It is absolutely incredible with the amethyst, gold, and pearls. It makes a statement. Also looks like a crown. What a fantastic piece. You never know what you'll find. I will also put Marilyn Angel's information in the video description so that you can reach out to her if there's something that you must have. It's hard to resist all these beautiful pieces, especially when you know a bit about the history. And I see something that is definitely my style.
Art Deco was a period of prosperity and innovation from 1920 to 1935. It got its name from the 1925 Paris International Exposition of Modern Decorative and Industrial Arts. It is characterized by symmetrical design, which we see here, and also bold colors in some of the rings with sapphires, for example, and geometric shapes and clean lines.
The blue and gold are striking and my favorite color combination. And when you see these rings, you will definitely want to add some to your collection, and you probably will not shop retail again. I find that many of the retail items are all made by the same companies. I used to be in the jewelry business as the corporate gift manager for the Zale Corporation, the largest jewelry chain in the United States. And I think these are such unique pieces, and you cannot find these in retail stores. Absolutely stunning. It's hard to pick just one. And I find that over the years when I'm at antique fairs that I can often pick up a diamond ring affordably.
Estate rings are a good idea for an engagement ring. It's something that is durable, lasting, has stood the test of time. You're also getting a better deal than something that is new on the market because they were pre-owned. And the Art Deco is becoming quite popular. This would be the perfect ring. I chose mine in 1993 when I got engaged because of the affordability and the craftsmanship. This is 18 karat white gold, half a carat total weight, and it is $1,950. Absolutely gorgeous. And that would be something affordable if you were looking to get engaged and you don't want to spend $10,000 at your local jewelry shop.
It's definitely an affordable option if you're looking at an engagement ring or even to celebrate an anniversary. My 30th is coming up next year. And I think I might be shopping with Marilyn at the next show and choose something wonderful. Lots of great options here. And this is something I'm very excited about. It will have me looking in my jewelry box. I'll tell you more about it.
You may have an antique watch from your grandmother sitting in your jewelry box, this is a great way to repurpose it and enjoy it. Make it into a bracelet. You keep the original watch casing. You can also inset a stone and make it something beautiful that you can enjoy.
There is something for everyone with many different eras represented. And this antique piece is rather unusual. It appears to be hand-painted, priced at $1,695, but it's actually hair art that has been delicately placed. That is a rare find. Coral and jade are becoming more popular. And I'm enjoying all the cameo rings. That's not something I see too often. The pendants I occasionally find in Germany at the flea markets. And this is a great selection. And they're usually tiny. Hands must have been much smaller then. This is from 1878, is 10-karat yellow gold tiger eye with a Greek warrior cameo. Priced at $295.
It was such fun discovering this estate jewelry and different eras that are represented. There are some beautiful finds out there and certainly more craftsmanship than you find in stores today.
I shopped the very first Marburger Farm event in 1997 when it was one tent. It has certainly changed over the years and one of the top venues to visit during the show season. And they even had a pop-up in Atlanta this year. Now we're going to visit my friends Nancy and James with August Antiques in the Houston Heights.
We are stopping by August Antiques here at Marburger Farm. You will remember them from the Houston Heights in a previous segment. They specialize in New England antiques, lighting, pottery, vintage garden, and lots of unique finds. Let's have a look. I see that it looks like Christmas. Hanging up behind me are two giant vintage style ornaments. These are unique and took a crane to install today. They're actually from a Prada retail store in their Christmas window. Quite a unique find and typical of Marburger Farm.
And I believe the ornaments were priced at $1,500 each and they sold the first day. You have to be big and bold at Marburger in what you're offering because they are looking for the unusual. $7.95 for the eagle. And this Santa and his sleigh would look great on a country porch.
This would be a fun addition for Christmas on your front porch, Santa and his sleigh, and especially since it is vintage. This would definitely be a great way to show a display, and if you had it inside, you could fill it with presents. Santa is made by Rushton. That's a company that was popular in the 50s and 60s for their Santas, including one that is called a Coca-Cola Santa because he was holding a bottle of Coke. The sleigh was made by the Amish and found in Indiana.
They also have a huge selection of vintage glass ornaments. Certainly worth a visit to their shop, August Antiques in the Houston Heights. You can find them in our Houston Resale Guide and Map. And if you're looking for a large nativity to celebrate the season, you have found it. This is also vintage.
The Holy Family from the mid-century 1960s company called Bold Craft. And it is complete, which makes it even more valuable. And this is maybe looking like a blow mold at first. They do specialize in that, but it is made from a different material. You will see that foam insert, and it's nice that it is complete.
These jolly vintage Santas are ideal for a custom candle you can hand pour into these mugs, and that also makes a great gift. They have lots of blow molds for every season. They are certainly the specialists and have the largest collection and selection that I've seen in Houston. And now we are going to shop all things sterling silver. Can't wait to show you all these finds, and we're going to also learn a bit from the owners. And they will also help you with silver identification, I'll put their information in the video description so that you can reach out to them with a piece you might be trying to identify.
Let's have a look at sterling silver with Angevines. They have 2 locations in Augusta, Georgia and DeLand, Florida. They've been in business for 65 years and they have over 50,000 pieces of sterling silver. We're going to have a look at flatware, hollowware, coin silver, charms, Christmas ornaments, and so much more.
I'm learning a lot today from the owners, JR and Connie. She also is fluent in German. I love that. They truly are the silver experts. Feel free to reach out to them if you're looking to add pieces or simply help identifying. And many of these are from England. And the first day of the sale, a buyer came through to repatriate the items and brought them right back to England. I have a weakness for sterling, especially in the Strasbourg pattern, well represented in these candlesticks, and the napkin ring, along with the goblets. I think JR probably brought these because he knows it's my pattern. Sterling ice tongs, yes, please. Practical and purposeful, and definitely an entertaining essential. A triple candelabra. It goes with every taste and style. Now we're going to see a very intricate pattern that has various designs represented. And it's from Tiffany Company. JR will tell us more about this and show us some detail. It has a nice weight to it, an intricate design. Even detailing on the back side, and it has the initial S that's been hand engraved. That would work very well in our home.
I'm pleased to introduce you to J.R. Angevine. He was once written up in a newspaper article as the Prince Merchant of Silver. He is certainly the expert, and he's going to show us this beautiful set from Tiffany Company.
Okay. This is Tiffany's Olympian pattern. It was introduced in the Paris Exposition in 1878. It's a multi-motif pattern. There's actually 17 different motifs throughout the pattern, all depicting Greek mythology. This particular set has all the same monogram S, service for 12 in the original Tiffany fitted chest, 112 pieces, and then the man went on to collect over 100 different serving pieces in addition to the basic service.
That's quite a collection.
And JR tells me that oftentimes it was very inexpensive to add that gilt to a spoon or even a baby food pusher, maybe even 25 cents for the addition. And that explains why you see that on many of the vintage and antique pieces. And this has a different monogram since that was added later by the collector. A rather hard to find pattern. And you see the detail. In the Victorian era, they had a serving piece for every type of food. Even a cucumber server. We'll see some of those later. And I like to mix the patterns. This one, you want to pay attention because if you ever find this out in the wild, you want to grab it. It is one of the rarest. With a bird's nest.
One of the rarest sterling patterns you will find. It is called Bird's Nest from Gorham, and this particular piece was made for peas. It's priced at $3,750 and extremely hard to find. In case you ever find this out in the wild at a thrift or antique store, you will want to turn it over and look for a series of hallmarks. That's the lion passant, signifying sterling, the anchor for Gorham, and in this older piece, a G, which represents the company. Fantastic piece.
Sugar tongs are perfect for tea time. Always great for those sugar cubes, and you can use them for different things as well. The salt spoons. And now we're going to take a look at coin silver. You don't see as much of it since it was usually melted down for the war effort during the Civil War.
Sterling silver wasn't standardized until about 1864, and before that we had coin silver. This is one of the oldest pieces here, dating back to 1811, and the pattern is called sheet of wreath. These sugar tongs can be used in so many ways, priced at $2.75.
And there is a close-up of that wheat design. And I must say, that's a pattern I had never seen before, from 1811. Incredible. From Columbia, South Carolina, this belonged to the Owens family. And as mentioned, very little survived the Civil War. And this meat dome has quite a story. JR will tell us more about it, including a coat of arms.
JR has a meat dome. He's actually got a pair of them that have come from an Earl, is that right?
Yeah, these bear the crest of the Earl of Egremont by marriage. These were made in 1806 in London by the famous silversmith Paul's store. And each of them weigh 105 ounces. And all the pieces match, which is very important. So every piece that is removable, the numbers all match and all have the same hallmark.
Incredible pieces.
And there you see a close-up of the monogram. And these can be taken apart for cleaning. And that's something that was routinely done by, of course, the staff. Think about Downton Abbey in that era. And they had the silver room that was locked. And on the underside, you see numbers. And that's how you know these are the original parts. And the hallmark.
JR has a nice collection of retired Chantilly pieces. This is the most popular American silver pattern ever produced by Gorham. It was designed by William Christmas Codman in 1895 for this Providence, Rhode Island company. He's originally from Norfolk, England. And this piece here that I'm holding is interesting.
Yeah, this is what they call a cake saw. It was the forerunner of what we know as a bridal cake knife today, except these were all silver with a solid silver blade. The top was serrated to go through hard-boiled icing, so you would saw through the icing without crushing the cake. And this is a asparagus serving fork and Chantilly. Both of these are obsolete pieces, no longer made by the Gorham Company. And little interesting fact that through the Bush administrations, Chantilly was always used on Air Force One and also was silver of the Vice President's mansion.
I love the napkin rings. I shared some of the history on a visit to Columbia Antique Marketplace in Columbia, Tennessee.
Napkin rings are a practical tabletop essential that started in France in the 1800s, a way to identify your napkin between washes. These were not washed every day, and usually the European ones are a bit bigger, thicker, taller. And here we have some more delicate ones, including the chrysanthemum pattern from Tiffany Co. There are many ways to incorporate a napkin ring into your tabletop service. You can use this as a place card holder with perhaps a Christmas ornament on top. With a gold pin, you can write their name and it serves as a place card. You can also place an Easter egg on top. And this direction, you could put berries or flowers on either side, and it could be part of your display or on a serving platter or charcuterie board. And it's extra special when you find an interesting name.
I'm always looking for baby gifts, and this is the best idea. And they are also sharing some great gifting opportunities, not just with the baby spoon or fork, but the sterling silver bread and butter plate. Especially for boys, you can engrave with a full name or monogram for a lifetime gift. It can be used as a child's plate and later for change or keys on the dresser or a bread and butter plate. And this is a very interesting baby utensil. We'll talk more about it.
In the Victorian era, etiquette was most important, especially for babies. And it was a great gifting opportunity and a way to show them how to eat properly.
So your child would be introduced first to the infant feeding spoon, followed by a baby set, the youth set. In between, they were introduced with the food pusher, which a child was given so they learned to push the food upon the fork or spoon without using their fingers before they learned to use a knife.
If you see these out in the wild, now you know the true purpose. I found one in my grandmother's silver chest, and I will share that with you. Francis I, a very popular pattern from Reed and Barton.
I wanted to show you a very special baby pusher that's been in my family for some years, since 1911. This was my grandmother's. It is the cherry blossom pattern made by Roswell Blackington, a company that started in 1862. This one says sterling and is patented in 1903. It has lots of detailing, the front and the back side, and here we have a hand-engraved monogram, DEM for Dora Emily Moore, my grandmother.
Iced tea spoons are a must in the South, and not just for iced beverages, my Strasbourg pattern, I love it, but also for shakes, malts, ice cream sundaes, many ways to use those. Here's that Chantilly pattern, the most popular, great vegetable spoon. And there is Chantilly with a monogram. That's an asparagus server. These are fantastic. You can't have enough silver. And a bridal cake knife. They have another wonderful gift idea for babies. And this also makes a great birthday gift too, because of course it's tied to a cake. That's a beautiful pattern, priced at $135. So many amazing designs.
A sterling handled bridal cake knife is a great baby gift idea for a little girl. When she's born, you can have her name and date of birth engraved on one side of the blade, and when she marries, her new name along with her groom and her wedding date. This is something that she can use on her birthday and special celebrations.
Names are important, and we all love to find something that's personal to us. They have all of these cataloged. There's one for Cora, Fanny, which was a popular name in the Victorian era. I didn't find a Mary or Elizabeth because they do sell those rather quickly. And they even have some with men's names. I will certainly be shopping their website to look up some personalization that would be meaningful to our family. And there is some of their pattern inventory for men's spoons. And now we'll take a look at some of their Christmas ornaments. Of course, all in sterling silver, and a wall of charms. And if you're missing one, perhaps representing the year you married or the birth of your children, then you could definitely reach out to them, and they probably have it.
They've got a great selection of sterling charms and Christmas ornaments. And 3 manufacturers are known for producing these in the silver world. Toll made the Days of Christmas, Gorham snowflakes, and Reed and Barton crosses.
I think everyone needs a sterling silver handled ice scoop. That's definitely an entertaining essential, and they've got everything you need for barware. Makes a good men's gift. It certainly does not have to match your flatware pattern, because usually you're not featuring that on the table, and I do like to mix patterns anyway. My Gorham Strasbourg, salad servers, a pasta server, very practical. And from Kirk Steve, the angel food cake cutter. And the grape ladle is a popular silver-plated pattern, and that's priced at $95. And they're known for their charms. They have thousands of them, and they sell lots at Marburger.
This dealer's guide is a great resource for identifying hallmarks and date letters. A silver purveyor at Portobello Road Market in London recommended this one, edited by Judith Bannister. I will post this in the video description. And you may also look for Jackson's, one that many silver experts use.
They have such an interesting collection of sterling silver, and I'm especially enjoying these sterling handled cheese servers that are also great for pastries. Tomato servers, bonbon spoons, my absolute favorite. And they even have cucumber servers and for asparagus. Here's a look at the bonbons. $66, that's a great deal.
And the Texas sun is setting. So glad you joined me today for the wonderful finds with estate jewelry, sterling silver, and some Christmas items with August Antiques. Thanks again for joining Lady Mary Beth. Elevate your everyday with antique shopping.